a little bit of information about what essential oils are and how they're used. One of the things that's important to mention is that essential oils support every system in the body. It's not to say that there's not a place for modern medicine. There's always an opportunity to go to the doctor and have them check you out and make sure that everything's going well, as well as the medications. But one of the things that's important to know about essential oils is that it is able to support every system of your body in a healthy and more natural way. So I want to talk about how essential oils can support those systems. So we think about things like the endocrine system, the limbic system, and even the muscular system and all the different systems of our bodies that our essential oils can help you with. One of the things that I personally love about essential oils is that they're actually derived from plants. It's the seed of the plant, and it's the most potent and powerful part of the plant that we're using that comes in our essential oils. They contain the same smell, characteristics, everything that you think of when you think of lavender. You're going to smell that exact same smell from the plant in the bottle that you have for your essential oils. It's often called the lifeline of the plant, and it's what protects and it protects the pests from getting into the plant, essentially. One of the things that I like about this is essential oils don't spoil. There's not a single thing in any of these bottles that is going to spoil, which makes them super versatile and they last forever. The purest and most potent part of the plant is the seed and some of the things that are derived, which go right into these bottles exactly. So you're going to get the best of plants. That's essentially how I look at it, is that I'm getting everything from plants. So some examples I like to use like frankincense, which is a biblical essential oil, and there are so many benefits to frankincense. We'll actually talk about that a little bit later, but it's one of the ones that I tend to order every month along with Stress Away, simply because of how potent and how effective they are with regular use, that you can support things like stress in your life, or keeping your skin healthy and keeping all the toxins away from your skin. So that's something that I really enjoy. And the other part about it is that you can make this as DIY as you want to. So I tend to make little rollers for myself, like the one you see here, and it'll just be a combination of different oils to support whatever system I'm trying to support. And I like to do 1 month at a time. So maybe this month I'm working on stress, and maybe next month I might work on the pain that I get from going to the gym every day. And then if I don't want to go that far, I also have the ability to just purchase a roll-on that the company has already made. So truly, you can create all of your own things with the essential oils and make it DIY, or if you're like me, which is most of the time, I'm going to purchase what they've already created because I don't have time to do my own thing and I'm too prissy about it, truly. That's just me. And essential oils, it's not anything new. This has been used for thousands of years, and this is how people have helped protect and cure themselves from certain things, or even relieve anxieties and stress in their daily lives. So that's something that I feel is important in my life, is that this is not anything new. This isn't modern medicine. This isn't something that we just created and that the company decided to slap a label on. This is something that's been used over and over by hundreds of thousands of people across the ages, and have been helping themselves get better and their lives be more pure and less toxic with all the chemicals that we're using.
It's really, when it comes to essential oils being new or not new, it's new for us to find them pure again, because I feel like, especially the United States went through this big wave of basically creating new things and all of these chemicals, which, modern medicine is a beautiful thing. I am beyond grateful for Western medicine, but with that, a lot of our standards went out the window, and that's where it gets difficult. So things like when you see essential oils at the grocery store, if I find them at Sprouts, or, you know, Mother's or some of the Whole Foods markets, they are going to have labels like 100% therapeutic grade or certified therapeutic grade or 100% pure. And those are legally, by US government standards, marketing terms. They are not regulated. They are not supported whatsoever. And that can be dangerous when it comes to things that we are putting in and on our bodies, because, you know, for instance, our skin is the only system of our body that doesn't have a liver to it. There's nothing protecting it. And we have to be aware of what we're using and when we're applying those things. And even on top of that, labeling fraud is so rampant throughout the market that our government really only, it's scary to say, it really only tests about 20% of the products that go out into the market, which is terrifying, especially if you're a mom or you deal with kids every day, that don't have the opportunity to choose for themselves. Like, we are responsible for doing that. And one of the reasons why we talk about this is because I think that it's really imperative that we, you know ourselves to be the stewards and the gatekeepers of what comes forward. The essential oils that we're going to talk about today are Young Living oils. That's the brand that we have decided to use. Did a ton of research when it came to, I've been hunting for a quality essential oil for years, and if you meet me in person, you'll realize why that's not abnormal for me. When it comes to choosing a brand, we strongly recommend that you go do your research. For me, and I think I can speak on behalf of all of us, that it came down to the quality of the farming that leads to these oils. So Young Living has this guarantee called the seed to seal standard. And what that means is literally from the moment that the seed is being chosen to be planted to the moment that the bottle is sealed, and that includes cultivation and literally hand weeding. They hand weed all of our farms. We don't use pesticides. The only thing that are used for like insecticides and things like that are essential oils on our plants. They are the best treated plants in the world. I'm a little jealous. To the point where we have elite distillation. We strongly recommend you check out some information if you are curious about different types of distillation. We have what's called first distillation or single distillation, and that means that we purely take the first run of the plants, while the majority of essential oil brands out there, especially the stuff that you find online and like on Amazon, are usually just the water runoff from those distillations. This is 100% pure oil. It is not watery. It is none of those things. And then on top of that, what really made me confident is, in addition to them having over 12 different types of tests that they do, they also have third-party testing done on all of their essential oils. So not only are they verifying in-house, but they are verifying with a reputable lab to guarantee the quality of these oils before they're allowed to go out. And then again, once we get to the sealing process, that's when they are deemed well enough to go out into the world and to be put on and in and around our bodies. What's also really neat about the Young Living farms, I will say that I've been lucky enough to actually go to one. Young Living has all of these farms across the world. They're all different types, but they're also transparent. So you can go to the Young Living farms and go through, and I got to actually like plant some lavender and run through the lavender fields like a little nerd, and it was awesome. But in addition to the farms that they have themselves, they also partner with these farms that are all over the world to basically bring jobs and sustainability into these areas. And it basically builds some insurance for the people of that farm. And the way that it works is the Young Living Foundation, as a nonprofit, finds these farms that have reputable soil and really take good care of their land and understand the quality of product, and they bring distillation to them as well as third-party testing, and the farms get to run as is, and they basically have a built-in customer base. So it's a really amazing thing for the farmer too, which I think just further instills not just the sustainability of the plants in that life cycle, but of the businesses that we're supporting and the farmers that we're supporting all over the world too, which is really, really neat. So.
And to tag on to that, I can say that that's one of the number one reasons that I chose to go with Young Living as opposed to any other company that's out there, is knowing that they support the farmers, knowing how seriously they take what goes into my body and putting it on the purest level, as well as the first time Penny and I talked about this, she said on there that that the Bible actually talks about essential oils 1,100 different times. If the oldest book in the world that has survived everything talks about it that many times, I should be taking it into consideration when putting it in my body and giving myself a more natural way to heal, because our bodies do exactly that. They're amazing. They will heal themselves time and time again. We've survived a ton of chemicals, if you think about it, throughout the years. And so, yeah, and plagues. And
flus.
People have survived everything, and a lot of the reason is thanks to these guys right here. So,
World's oldest medicine.
absolutely.
So rad. Okay.
So the first way I used it, which is probably the most way who are familiar with essential oils, is putting them in a beautiful diffuser. And I have these all over my house now.
She does.
I started
can
with
vouch for that.
one, and now I think there's 10. I don't know. There's one in every room. And I just lost my notes, so I'm going to have to bend down and get them. That's okay.
Aromatic.
So with putting putting in the diffusers, these diffusers are really special because they spread. They break up the oil and spread it throughout the room, so you're getting the advantage of it in the air. You're breathing it in. Everybody's in the room. So if I put some Joy, which is one of my favorite diffuser oils, in there, everybody's getting the Joy. So it's awesome. So, and you're getting all the benefits of what is in the Joy. It's really easy because also these go for 10 hours. So I can fill them up in the morning, fill them up in the evening. It's all,
they run all night while
run all
sleeping.
night and make a tremendous difference. My husband has asked repeatedly for me to make sure I get the lavender in there before we go to bed at night.
Getting bossy about it.
The aromatically, but also inhaling, which this is this is a pretty inhaler.
It is.
The one I have looks like a little big inhaler. These are awesome because they go to your brain. So if you want something adjusted emotionally, you have to be inhaling it. So it's great to have these. I keep them in my purse. So I can do that right. My brain's so happy right now. So again, when you have the diffusers, you have the inhalers. That's what's going to adjust your emotional state and really get you to a new place. When I have a headache, when I am not feeling just the greatest self, I just get my inhaler out and I may inhale 3 or 4 of them, but they work for sure. The second way, I'm going to make sure I got all my notes here. The other really important part, a lot of people use candles, and I was a candle freak because I love the smell. And so I had candles all over my house, and they were burning. And then I actually switched to the oil candles, but they didn't smell very good. Diffusers have replaced all the candles in my house. Not only are they better for you, like they have the benefits, and candles can actually be bad for your health. These are good for your health, and you save a ton of money.
So much.
So
much money.
Because you put 5 drops of oil in here, and some water, and it's a 10-hour candle.
Yeah.
So it's really amazing. So it's an investment in the beginning, but long term you save a ton of money and a ton of time, and you have combinations. You have thousands of choices of what can go in your diffuser. So you don't get that with a candle. The next way is topically. Now, we have, as Sharon mentioned earlier, the rollers. So you can roll it on, and I like to do this because I get the double benefit of getting it topically, and then I inhale it. On top of that. So, but you can. But I actually use. I use them in my bath every night when I go to bed at night, depending upon what I need. I put some bath salts in, and then I put whatever I need in oil, and it goes all over my body, and I'm inhaling it. And when we talk about a toxic-free lifestyle, I don't have little kids anymore, but I have little dogs running around my house. So I'm really thankful that they're not laying on chemicals, laying on bleach, laying on ammonia. When they drink out the toilet.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about scrubbing bubbles in their digestive system because that's not okay for anyone.
I know.
Read the label; it's bad.
Yeah, it's not supposed to happen, but
you don't want it, but it does.
Yeah, and so
you gotta prepare for that.
So I'm very thankful that topically, they're getting that great thieves, all the things in thieves that I clean with. They're actually it's touching their skin. So topically is one way that most people do their essential oils. Oh, and you can put them everywhere too, like on your belly button. Like I love putting it on my belly button. I love putting it behind my ears.
Yep.
Everybody has a different spot. A lot of people use the bottom of their feet.
I do.
Yeah, I'm not that person.
Your feet have giant pores, so it's a fantastic place if you don't know where to put it. It's a great place to start.
Yeah, that's what everyone says. Feet. I'm definitely a ear and
you put it where you feel it.
And also I love to smell it. Like so that because for the emotional benefit in addition to that.
Sure.
And then, but topically, one thing you do need to be aware of is that, and I'm going to show you something a little different here, is that you can apply it, but you can also internalize it. And I have a whole kitchen set here that I use in my kitchen on a daily basis almost. You'll notice that this label is white and this label is not white.
It's more solid. Here, I'll show it up close when we talk.
And
it's like these are both lavender.
Lavender. And so, for instance, in my lemon, so here, I'll put this. So, this is green. This is white. These are the same thing.
What oil is that?
Inside. This is peppermint, which is my healthy oil, which I love it. But, so, the peppermint I have in here is the peppermint that is in here. But because of FDA standards, they have to be labeled differently. And it's just an FDA thing. So we have the same oil, but just because they want you to know, yes, you can take this internally. This is good for you to take internally. It's going to benefit you to take internally. And so keep in your kitchen because you're going to want to put it in a lot of stuff. And so that's why I have all my kitchen stuff. But the one thing that is really important to know, especially with like lemon, is that you cannot put it in plastic. These are pure oils, which mean I used to drink these. Now I have my nice pretty glass bottles that I use. And so you definitely do not want to put these oils into, especially citrus oils, into plastic. You want to put them into glass. And you want to be drinking out of glass anyway because plastic is bad for you. So change the glass bottles when you're cleaning, change the glass bottles when you're drinking, and definitely use. And when I say when internally, 1 drop. Like
is a full serving.
One drop.
Don't go.
Is
you don't need anything more than that.
If you put 2 drops, it's too much.
You can do 2 drops to a pitcher.
Yeah.
Of water.
Literally, I put 1 drop in a pitcher, and it's enough. So these are full blown straight oils, and they also are. What's awesome about them too is you mentioned, I think they don't go bad.
No.
So what I do. So instead of keeping lemons in my house now and limes, I have oranges, limes at my disposal at any moment in my kitchen in my little oil rack.
Or your purse.
Or my purse. So now I can just put that drop And also, like, for some of you who consume, a little alcohol on occasion, great with a little bit of vodka and some soda and, 1 drop of lemon.
Tequila and lime.
Beautiful. Tequila and lime. Yeah, so just some other advice. But, and also rosemary and basil and thyme, in your
Herbs.
pastas and your
Eggs.
and your eggs. It's amazing. So there's lots of ways to ingest. So we can inhale them.
Inhale. Internalize. It's still going. We're good.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm sorry. So we can the computer went off, so I was confused.
You get in real life,
we can,
guys.
Inhale them, which of course is the way you're going to affect your emotions. And the way you're going to affect your house, because you're going to have your diffuser going everywhere,
And rest.
everybody's going to be happier. You keep your house safer, cleaner. You can internalize them, which is what most people don't do, but I do the most of. And it's also like with diagizer, which we're going to mention earlier. Like I just see them put it on my tongue like that, or I lick it off my.
I can't do that. I have to have a capsule.
I was gonna say I do veggie caps.
Yeah,
They're
so-
easy too.
Yeah, veggie caps are great for other people. I'm too lazy for that. So, and then of course that we can topically put them on our skin
Apply
in the bathtub, and the way we clean our house, and then just the rollers we keep in our purse.
Absolutely.
That's just real quick. You'll notice, like she said, these are the vitality for internal use. If you don't believe us, go to the grocery store, look at any of those oils. None of them will be labeled for internal use because they are not pure enough to go inside your body. The FDA sees what we've done purity-wise to be able to both help inside and outside the body. So read your labels.
And one more thing I want
Yeah.
to do that. GMO certified.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
these are
Non-GMO certified.
non-GMO certified.
First and only essential oils in the world that are non-GMO certified.
And we know how horrible GMOs are for us and how we really need to get rid of them in the United States and how many of our foods contain them. So
Absolutely.
I'm extremely proud of a Young Living for making that happen.
And that's not just in the U.S., it's also in Canada
Yep.
as well. So that's pretty important to know that Canada has taken that on. And they tend to have different
I was gonna say, they're picky.
regulations than we have. Yeah.
They're picky,
Yeah.
picky. Awesome. So we'll be back with some more information on the oils themselves, and we look forward to seeing you guys soon.
Thanks, guys.